What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. And today's build video is going to be a highly requested build. A lot of people, ever since I showed you how to get this weapon, I have been getting requests on making a build video for this weapon. So this is not something that I would typically use on a normal day. I did do this because of a request, and once I started thinking about how to put a build together for this weapon, it actually came out really good, and it's a lot of fun to use. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how to get the weapon, what the build is about. I'm going to show you how the build works, and then at the end of the build breakdown, I'm going to show you some gameplay. I'm going to just do some random events and have some fun. But with all that said and done, I am Kamikazevondoom. Welcome to this build video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. And if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section below. If there are other build requests that you guys have for me, let me know in the comments as well. But without further ado, I'm sure you have seen the title and the thumbnail, but this is going to be my Sleipnir build that you need to use. So here it is. This is the named LMG with Perfect Frenzy. Now, first and foremost, I should probably show you how to get this weapon. So doing that, I need to go over here to the Quartermaster. Now, you can get this weapon unlocked, you just have to do certain tasks. Now, to do so, come over here to the Quartermaster, open up your specializations, and go to the Gunner specialization. Once you get there, you need to open up the Field Research. Now, doing these different objectives, you get rewards. Now, for number 1, stage 1, you get, some apparel caches and a emote. For stage 2, you get the chess piece, the Famedsta. I'm going to destroy that. You get the named Petrov chess piece with perfect braced, which, spoilers, I am using for this build as well. I am actually using the Gunner specialization for this build as well, with the named chess piece that you get from stage 2 of the Field Research. And of course, I'm using the Sleipnir. This is the named LMG that you get from stage 4 of this Field Research. So I'm actually using 2 of the rewards you get from this specialization, as well as I am using the specialization, the Gunner class as well. Now, reason being is whenever you first get this LMG, the highest round count you can get in a magazine is around 85 rounds. Now, with the build that I have put together, what I did is I put on the Gunner specialization. Reason is that for the large pouch attachment, I get that plus 50 rounds. Now, not only that, but I decided to put it with True Patriot, and the True Patriot 3-piece gear set bonus gives you 30% magazine size. So now instead of 85 rounds per magazine, I have 130 rounds per magazine. Now, the way that this weapon works is it's all based on how many bullets are in your magazine. So I am purposely putting this build together to get the most bullets in my magazine. That way I can get the biggest buff from this Perfect Frenzy talent. So let's go over the talent. So Perfect Frenzy, for every 8 bullets in your magazine, you will gain 3% rate of fire and 3% weapon damage for 5 seconds after reloading from empty. So shoot out all the bullets in your magazine, reload, and based off of how many bullets are in that magazine capacity, that's where it gives you your buff. Now, for example, I have 130 rounds in my magazine. So what you would do is you'd pull out your trusty calculator. You go 130 divided by 8. So I am getting 16.25 times the buff. So then you would do 16.25, and what is the buff? The buff is 3% rate of fire and 3% weapon damage. So you do 16.25 times 3, and we are sitting just under 49% damage and rate of fire buff. So, if you want to round up, you could say just under half. So the rate of fire is going to be increased just below half of what it is, and the total damage is going to be buffed just below half. So I'm going to be sitting at just under 120k damage with just under 1200 rounds per minute. That is insane for an LMG. Not only that, but I am running it with blues. I have 4 blue core attributes giving me 1.5 million armor. I do that so that I can tank the enemies and shoot out all the bullets in my magazine. I cannot get the buff unless I shoot out all my bullets. So the more tanky I am, the more likely I'm able to hit enemies with all those bullets, reload, get the buff, and keep going. Now everything on this build is pretty much god rolled and maxed out, even the mods. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Even the weapon is completely maxed out. So this build is pretty stacked when it comes to being molded around this weapon. So whenever you guys asked me to do a build on the Sleipnir LMG, this is the best build I could put together for this weapon. It is completely tailor-made for this weapon, so however your playstyle is, if you're very aggressive, you could lower some of the blue core attributes and, raise up some of those red core attributes where you're melting those enemies faster. But for me, the 1.5 million, it seemed pretty good for everyone, like the average player. So as long as you can just copy and paste, this build combination, you should be good to go. Now, talking about that chess piece from that field research, it is the Vedmedsia, I think I said it right. The Vedmedsia vest. This is the named Petra vest that comes with perfect braced. Now, you can only get this chess piece from that field research, and same with the weapon. So I kind of did that on purpose because if you're going for that weapon, you're going to unlock this chest piece anyways, so you might as well put them together. Now the way I have this build set up is I have over 112% weapon handling. So whenever I shoot out the weapon, I am reloading at some insane speeds. Not only that, but then you're also getting that damage buff. So before I do the full build breakdown, let me show you the talent and exactly what it is I mean. Now, remember the chess piece talent, that perfect braced, that only is active when you are in cover, but it does give you 50% weapon handling. And on the build itself, I am already sitting at 62.5, so that brings me up to over 112% weapon handling total. I think to be exact, I think I'm at 112.5. Alright, so just to test this out and show you what this is all about, so I'm going to do a magazine of me sitting here, well not sitting here, me standing up. I'm not going to be in cover. And then for the next iteration, you can see the perfect braced icon is now up. So I'm going to do one of me standing up without the perfect braced, show you what it's like, and then one of me in cover with perfect braced and show you the difference. So here is normal, just shooting the weapon. So that's around 166 per crit. 166. Alright, and now we're hitting at 211. But you see how fast that was? That was insane. Alright, and now we're going to do it in braced. Now remember, braced will give us that extra 50% weapon handling, so nearly double of what I just showed you. So again, from empty, 166k per crit. And then here's with perfect braced. That's insane. That is insane, and it's like a laser beam. And then reload again. And that's with perfect braced. And this is how you use perfect frenzy. Pretty simple demonstration for all of you. Alright, so now that we've done the demonstration, I've shown you how to get the weapon and the chest piece. Let's do a proper build breakdown, and then I'll just randomly matchmake some things and show you the build in action. Now again, this isn't something that I would just take into PvP or anything like that, but this is a lot of fun to use. I have never really played Frenzy before on an LMG, but having the perfect frenzy seems to be the sweet spot. You put that together with the gunner specialization to give you more ammo capacity, and then give it, you know, true patriot to where you're getting more ammo capacity and mag size, and you're just good to go. Or well, the gunner gives you mag size as well. Alright, so here's your build breakdown. Starting off at the top with the gunner specialization. Reason I'm using the gunner specialization is I am using it for the magazine capacity for the LMG with the large pouch attachment that comes with the specialization. I am also using the pulse. I am using the Banshee pulse from the gunner specialization as well. Now this pulse disorients enemies and it makes it really easy to just play target practice. Another thing with the gunner specialization is it gives you bonus armor every time you pop an armor kit, and you get armor on kill every time you get a kill. It's pretty legit. I actually like the gunner specialization. It's a lot of fun. Now, as far as the weapons, starting off with my primary, this is the Sleipnir LMG. This is the named LMG with perfect frenzy. Now again, the only way to get this weapon is you have to complete the first 4 stages of the gunner field research. Now to get that, you have to actually have the specialization unlocked and start the field research. If you don't start it, you're not going to be able to get it. Now as far as the numbers and attributes, this Sleipnir is sitting at 80.4k total damage, and that's without any of the buffs, whether it be True Patriot or the Perfect Frenzy buff. Now the attributes, it's all maxed out, so we have max LMG damage, max damage to targets out of cover, and max damage to armor. Now the Perfect Frenzy, I've already shown you how it works, but just a refresher, for every 8 bullets that are in your magazine, you gain 3% rate of fire and 3% weapon damage for 5 seconds whenever you reload from empty. Remember, you have to reload from empty. Alright, now as far as the attachments, I am using weapon handling on the scope. That way I can get just a little bit more weapon handling, and the reload speed on this LMG is 3.2 seconds. Now remember, I am using the large pouch from the gunner specialization to help bump up my mag size up to that 130 mark. And then for the laser pointer, I'm just using a 5% crit chance. Now my secondary is the rail splitter. Reason I wanted to use this is it beams. It has perfect accuracy, perfect stability, and it reloads in 1.3 seconds. It is maxed out with max damage to targets out of cover, and this thing is amazing, especially for PvE content. If I am reloading the Sleipnir and for some reason an enemy jumps up on me, I can pull out the rail splitter and just mow him down, switch back to the Sleipnir, and reload. The rail splitter is highly underrated with the perfectly accurate talent. However, it is a laser beam and it's super stable. So, I don't know, you can just kill things for days. And then for the sidearm, I'm not really using it, but I do have my D50. It has max pistol damage, max damage targets out of cover, and ranger. And those are my weapons and specializations. Now looking at the build itself, I have 4 pieces of True Patriot with 2 pieces of Petrov. And the 2 pieces are the 2 named Petrov items you can get in the game. One being the Contractor gloves, which are the best in slot gloves in the game. It gives me LMG damage and damage to armor. And then of course the Vedmetsia vest, which gives me perfect braced, and that's what bumps me up to that 112% weapon handling. I also get weapon handling from running 2 Petrov pieces as well. So weapon handling on this build is completely through the roof. And it makes this weapon a lot of fun to use. Now, doing a deep dive into the gear set items, let's start off with the mask. So True Patriot mask. Now, actually, we should probably start with the backpack so I can explain the talents. Okay, so True Patriot, you get different gear set bonuses and talents with the combination I have for this build. So we are using 4 pieces, so we get all of the buffs and talents from True Patriot, but because I am running the backpack, I get that extra talent that amplifies the gear set bonuses. So for 2 pieces, I get 30% ammo capacity. For 3 pieces, I get 30% mag size. For 4 pieces, that unlocks the talent red, white, and blue. Every 2 seconds enemies you shoot, it will stack a debuff. You have a red flag, a white flag, and a blue flag. Once you get all 3 active on the same enemy, it'll turn into a full flag, and we'll explain that here in a second. Now for a red flag, what this does is it amplifies your damage you deal to the enemy. For the white flag, every time you shoot an enemy, it will heal yourself. And every time you have the blue flag, that will decrease the enemy's damage they do to you. And the damage increase and the damage decrease are both amplified. So looking at the backpack talent, it is called Patriotic Boost. It increases the red, white, and blue flag debuff. So whenever you have a red flag and you are dealing more damage to the enemy, that will be 12% amplified damage. Now for the white flag, every time you shoot an enemy, it will heal you for 3% of your armor. And every time you shoot an enemy with a blue flag, their damage is decreased, amplified by 12%. So they are doing 12% amplified less damage. You are dealing 12% amplified more damage, and you are healing yourself with the white flag as well. Now going back to the talent so we can explain the full flag. Now full flag is when you get the red, white, and blue all together, then you will see the American flag lit up above their head. That means you have the full flag effect. Now enemies that die while under all 3 debuffs will create an explosion. It kind of looks like fireworks. Now that explosion will create a 5-meter explosion, and it will deal damage equal to their health and armor, and the explosive damage is reduced on named NPCs. That's fine. So it will deal damage equal to their health and armor. So if you are sitting there shooting a tank enemy and you blow him up next to a few like veteran and things like that, it'll kill all of them instantly, because the tanky elite enemy you just killed with a full flag has more health and armor than those veteran NPCs. So if you can do this on like the tankier NPCs, it'll blow up, and those enemies around them that are weaker than them will blow up as well. Pretty sick. True Patriot is still a lot of fun to use. Alright, so now that we explained the True Patriot and the extra talent I get from the backpack, let's go through these items. So True Patriot mask. I have max armor, max weapon handling, and a max crit chance mod. For the True Patriot holster, again, max armor, max weapon handling. For the knee pads, True Patriot, max armor, max weapon handling. And for the backpack, again, True Patriot, max armor, max weapon handling, and then a max crit chance mod. Now that leaves our last two pieces that are both the Petrov pieces. So starting off with the gloves, we have the Contractor's gloves. These are the best in slot. They give you damage to armor, which is a multiplicative damage buff. Now for the Petrov brand set bonuses we get from this build, we get 10% LMG damage, which helps our Sleipnir damage, and we also get 10% weapon handling, which helps bump us up to that 112% weapon handling mark. Now as far as the attributes, we have max weapon damage, you have your 8% damage to armor, and then max weapon handling. And then finally, our last piece of the build, the Vedmedsia vest. I think I've said it right now. Okay, so this is your named Petrov vest with perfect braced. So while I'm in cover, it increases the weapon handling by 50%. This is vital to get you up to that 112.5% weapon handling. Now you can see that I am 0.5% away from having a completely maxed out build, and I am optimizing this chest piece so I will have that final 0.5%. So if you put this build together completely optimized, you can get up to 113% weapon handling. For this build that I'm showing you right now, I'm only at 112.5. So I'm sorry. Now as far as these attributes, we have max weapon damage, max crit chance, and then that's 7.5 weapon handling. For the mod, a max crit chance mod. Alright, so with all that said and done, let's talk about the skills and then we will finish up with the stats. Now for this video, right now we currently have the Hollywood Global Event active and the Magnus League active. Now I'm on Xbox. I haven't really been grinding Xbox at all recently, so I'm going to do a little bit of grinding in today's video. So with that in mind, the skills that I am choosing are the Fire Starter. It's the chem launcher that sets people on fire. And I'm going to use the Banshee Pulse. I'm using the Banshee Pulse to disorient those enemies for the Hollywood Global Event. And I'm going to use the Chem Launcher Fire Starter for the Magnus League event because I believe one of the objectives is I have to set enemies on fire. So I'm going to use both of those to try to knock out the League and the Global Event at the same time. So we'll do that. And let's finish off with these stats. Okay, so the weapon stats, this is for the Sleipnir. 80.4k weapon damage with 39% crit chance, 45 crit damage, and 105 headshot damage. Don't forget about the 14% armor damage and then the damage to targets out of cover that are from the weapon. Now looking at the stats right here, this is without perfect braced activated. So we're at 62.5 weapon handling. That gives us 62.5 weapon swap speed, 72.5 stability and accuracy, and then also 72.5 reload speed. Now remember, whenever I get in cover with the perfect braced, all of these numbers will pretty much double. Now going to the offensive tab, we have 40% all weapon damage bonus and 40% LMG damage bonus. So every time I whip out the Sleipnir, I have 80% damage bonus total just starting out. Now remember, for the gear talents, I am running 4 pieces of True Patriot with the True Patriot backpack. So all of those flag debuffs and buffs are going to be increased because I am using the backpack. And I'm also using the perfect brace on the chest piece, so every time I'm in cover, I get 112.5% weapon handling. Now going to the defensive tab, 1.475 million armor with 147,000 armor on kill. I have just under 336k health, and then I have 10% explosive resistance and hazard, and those are both due to my watch level. So like I do every single build video, I'm going to give you my watch level disclaimer. Okay, so for this build video, I am shade level 2741. That means all of these attribute boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are shade level 1000 or higher, all of these boxes should be maxed out, and all you have to do is copy and paste my build, and you will get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these attribute boxes will be lower than mine, and whenever you copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might be lower. That is because your shade level needs to at least be 1000. That way you can get all of these attributes maxed out. And there you go. This is the Sleipnir build that you need for the Division 2. All weapon handling, damage to armor, and true patriot. A lot of fun to use. So let's do some stuff. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comment section below how you like the build, and also what other builds you guys request. Because remember, the only reason I put this build together was because it was requested from you, the audience. So let me know. I am always down to help out the community. Now let's do some farming. Okay. Now we could do the league event with the global event all at the same time. So let's do that. We'll just do some crazy stuff, show you the build in action, and then you can do whatever it is you want with this build. This is not like the best damage or tank build in the game, but this is a lot of fun to use. So hopefully we can find activities and knock some stuff out. I think league activity with the global event activity, I should be able to double dip and get, you know, a whole bunch of XP at once. Maybe even some nice caches. Let's see. So that one's not working. Let's try DCD. Let's see. I mean, if none of these matchmakes work, we can oh, there we go. Because I need to do the league event so I can get those exotic caches. And then same with the global event. Alright, here we go. Gameplay time. Alright. Are you ready, good sir? Let's go.
Detected protected hostiles.
Looks like they're coming from the DCD complex. Whatever's happening over there, we need to shut it down.
Removed hostile protection. Detected heavy ammunition.
There we go.
Hey, join the vault.
Oh, I didn't take them out of their Hollywood. Yep. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, it's looking like the Banshee is not working.
Terminal detected.
Let's see.
See if you can hook Isaac into that.
It's not looking
terminal
like
and
the
get us some
Banshee's
intel.
working for the global event. I might have to switch it to a jammer pulse. Let's try it with a jammer. It looked like it wasn't deactivating the Hollywood. We'll see. Trying to knock out multiple birds with the same stone. Oh, there it is. Alright, so it is the jammer.
Connection
There we go.
established. DCD data stream enabled.
Alright, let's see what we've got. There's an active lab on the north side close to you.
Go,
Your
go,
first
go.
priority should be to shut that down. Looks like the best way to take the lab offline is the decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying everything gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the decon process.
Oh, we're killing
Must
it.
have
We're doing
disabled
good.
the line.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
Detected. Heavy munitions.
I hate this part.
Open the fuel line.
Actually,
That should give
not
the
one of
decon
my
protocol
favorite.
enough gas to run.
This is not one of my favorite missions.
Detected. Heavy ammunition. Hostile protection now removed. Heavy ammunition
Nice.
detected.
Good job, good job.
The
keep it going.
decontamination protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above
Go,
you.
go, go.
Stay put once you pull the trigger, and you should be safe. Top floor. You can't miss it. It's right in the middle of the lab.
Virus samples detected.
Go in here, man. Just go straight in the room. Come on. Good job.
I guess you could call that clean.
Go. Go, go, go.
Detected. Heavy munitions.
You should be able to access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing construction site.
We're actually doing
If
really
they haven't
good.
been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands.
Yeah, the reload on this is just insane. I love the weapon handling. Weapon handling on an LMG is super smart. Ouch.
The outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic
Go,
carrier.
go, go.
Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroy anything that might be contaminated.
I think we're doing pretty good on time. I don't know. Haven't done one of these in a while. Oh, come on, bro. We're doing really good. So the only difference is change the Banshee Pulse off for the jammer so that you can do the global event activities. That's the only difference.
Hostile protection now removed.
systematic carrier, they've got an endless supply of the
Go.
virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research library.
We're killing it
While
right
you're in
now.
there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
There's only 2 of us. Need to keep this, keep it going, keep it going. Might be able to bring out a stage 10 out of this. I couldn't reach him. Crap. Go!
DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab for Kelso.
Man, the reload speed is just insane on this weapon.
Transfer initiated. Detected heavy ammunition. Protected hostord.
Boom. Yeah, we're killing it. I like this build. It's a good one. A lot of damage, a lot of survivability. And this is with a league event going on and global event.
Depth transfer completed.
You're clear to get out of there. The lab and samples
Doing
destroyed.
really
I
good.
don't think the outcasts
Let's
are
keep
going
it
to be able
going.
to do much else from here. Here they come. Be careful.
Alright, come on. Let's get that stage 10 real quick.
Hostile protection now removed. Heavy ammunition detected.
Crap.
Protected hostile restored. Vital signs critical. Agent
Oh,
out of
no.
action.
Oh, right next to me.
Agent
No,
vital signs
come on.
0.
We had that. This guy's gonna take his sweet time. We might not even get stage 10. This guy's just gonna sit here and cover. While on fire. Come on, man. Yo, you're killing our time. Just kill the last 2 people. Oh, come on, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Jeez. Made me work for that one. Alright. That was it. It's a really fast run. For me and some random person I've never played with. Not bad. Little 10 of 10. Get some nice little rewards going. I wonder if I have any other, oh, there we go. Challenge complete. Ooh. I can claim another cash for them, too. Nice. Alright. Let's see how we did on damage and kills. Oh yeah, nearly 1 billion damage. Dang. I went ham that run. You wouldn't even notice that I ran with a guy the entire time. That's crazy. Did over, what? 13 times the damage as the other guy? Oof. Alright, Tiltman, GG's. Here's the build again. This is the Sleipnir with True Patriot, Contractors, and the Vedmedsia chest. Let's see how many rewards I got out of this. We're done. We are done. Got named item cache, crafting gear
Another
cache.
agent is now in your group.
What's this one? And another named item cache. Dang. Yo, if I could pull out those perfect Emperor's Guard knee pads right about now, that'd finish off the video pretty strong. Black Friday, come on. The apartment. Ah, dang. Both of those are PvP exclusives, but I didn't need either one of those. Alright, everyone.
Backup arrival confirmed.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is the full build breakdown, gameplay, everything you need to know
Backup arrived.
about the Sleipnir LMG,
Safe
the
area
Vedmedsia chess piece, and everything in between. I am Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.